Hello again. Thank you for waiting. We are getting the second Rocket League match set up with the Pioneers going up against Manchester University. Everyone's joined the lobby. So we're going to go straight into it because everyone's getting in there. I got to get audio set up. I don't even have time to go over the roster again. Where's the right button? There we go. And you don't even hear the audio. Now you should hear the audio. Marietta College versus Manchester University. So we have here playing once again, our Captain Thaxter, Senior Grant Swan. We have sophomore Austin Augsburger Ozio. We have Kyler Wheeler Raylicklaw playing. We also have Chris Perry Justified with our coach Jeff Thomas or King Beef. But right now the Pioneers have fallen to Mountain Union 0-3. Mountain Union just had a very spectacular performance. But now we're going to see how they play against a very good Manchester University. So right now it's very back and forth. Marietta is trying to put up the aggression, but Freelance is taking the ball over to Marietta's side, but Thaxter seems to regain control of the ball, and they're going to try to go for a shot. It bounces off the middle. Can Ozio hit it over, but will not. Freelance gets it away from him. Now he's going to be trying to set up the play for Manchester, but loses control. Thaxter tries to knock it, doesn't quite work. Cruzina knocks it to the center, hoping for a play to be made. Raylick's going to knock it over to the side, passes it to Thaxter. And we see Freelance and Dark Zeus trying to go for the shot, but Ozio's there for the block. Now Raylick's going to take control of the ball in the corner, taps away, but Cruzina is able to knock it away, takes control. Freelance knocks it over, bounces it into the air, trying to center up the play for Manchester to go for the shot. Dark Zeus is going for it, but Raylick is there with the save, but Cruzina is right there to defend. Well, not really defend, but prevent the ball from going where it is. That area wanted to go. Freelance is centering it up. Thaxter's going to tip it away, but Dark Zeus, or Death Zeus, sorry, not Dark Zeus. That's my mistake. But yeah, Cruzina goes to the shot. Raylick is there for the block. Ozio is going to try to take the ball over, but Freelance is going to knock it away. So Manchester's putting up the pressure onto the Pioneers. Cruzina's going to go for the shot, but goes wide right. Thaxter's going to take control of it, but loses it when Freelance demos him. Now ball tips over. Death Zeus is going to go for the shot, lobs it into the air, but bounces to the left. Freelance was going to go for the shot, Thaxter's there for the block. And Thaxter's going to get demoed by Freelance, giving Manchester an opportunity to go for the score. But Ozio with a huge save. So now Ozio and Freelance are fighting for the ball. It's going to get bumped. Thaxter's going to get demoed, but Death Zeus is going to be able to save that. So this ball's just going back and forth. Freelance going for the shot, but it was a little wide. Ozio's going to tip it into the air. The ball is on Manchester's side. Death Zeus does get demoed as maybe Marietta's opportunity to make a power play. But Freelance is there to deflect. Ozio's going to bounce back, but Raylick is there to knock it over, centers it up. Cruzina's going to knock it over, bounces above Marietta's goal. Now Death Zeus is going to knock it to the side, but Raylick is there to bump. And it's just kind of hovering over into the air. Death Zeus wants to maintain control of the ball. Raylick's going to tip it. Thaxter wants to make a play, but Ozio's going to go for the shot a little bit to the left. That ball's going to get tipped into the air. Freelance is wanting to make a play. He's going to knock it over. Going to go right past Ozio and Raylick. Raylick's going to take control of the ball, tip it over, but Thaxter's going to tip it in the air. Death Zeus is right there to block it, though. And now gets the ball over to the left side. Freelance is going to tip it over to the center. Passes over to Cruzina, who's going to knock it over to Marietta's side. Raylick is there, though, to set up, but now the ball's dangerous close to the field, but Raylick and Ozio are there to knock it away just in time. Now Raylick is going to be taking the ball over. Freelance is there, though, to intercept and block it, but Thaxter's going to keep the aggression onto Manchester's side of the field. And Ozio's going to go for the shot, but Death Zeus there for the block. Raylick's there for the follow-up, tips it into the air. Cruzina knocks it over to the left, though. Raylick's going to keep the pressure up. Freelance knocks it over to the side. We get the 1 minute warning, and no one has scored yet. It's been back and forth. Raylick goes for the shot, but Death Zeus right there to intercept. Cruzina's going to set the play, but it just goes to the right. Ozio knocks it over to the side. Death Zeus is going to center up for the play, but a huge save there by Raylick. Now all of Manchester is there to try to get something in there. Cruzina's going to set up the play, but both Raylick and Thaxter are there for the save. Raylick's going to bring the ball over. So now we're going to get the 30-second warning, folks. But Death Zeus is going to take control of the ball, but Raylick and Ozio are there to contest, but it's going to bounce over Raylick's head. And Death Zeus is there for the score. Yeah, with 21 seconds, just a great play there by Death Zeus. So Marietta's got to try to get something on the board in 20 seconds. But we see Death Zeus is trying to set up the play. Freelance is going to try to do something, but Thaxter's going to bump it. But now with 10 seconds remaining, Marietta has to make their play now. Raylick centers it up. Ozzy's going to go for the hit, but it gets contested by Kruzina. Death Zeus goes for another shot. Ball's in the air, and it lands on the ground. Manchester's going to take the first game, a 1-0. So that was very back and forth, and it was just unfortunate that Manchester was able to get the goal in there at the very end. I will say I looked at the scores with their match against the Defiance. Manchester did very well there. I think they had like an 8-0, a 6-0, and so a couple one-sided matches with Defiance in their previous game. So the fact that Marietta was able to hold them for 1 goal is pretty good, but unfortunately the win still goes to Manchester. Now we're going to see the next game. It is a best-of-5 series. We'll see if Marietta can make any adjustments. So overall, they're doing okay defensively, but they have been struggling on offense. And I forgot to get predictions up. I should make sure I get those up real quickly, so that way you guys can make your predictions. Now, granted, you've already seen this a couple of minutes ago, but by now you should have your predictions in of who will win between Marietta and Manchester. So we're seeing Manchester playing very aggressive. Everyone's all in on the Marietta side of the field, and they're going to retreat, except for Death Zeus, who's going to try to set the play. Baxter is there to knock it over to Kruzina. This may be Marietta's opportunity to get onto the board. Baxter's going to kind of drift the ball to the side. Great setup, but not enough follow through. Ozzy's going to tip it over. It's just barely gets out of the goal. That is so unfortunate. They've had some very unlucky plays there. That should have gone in. Now Kruzina is going to be taking the ball over to Marietta's field. Daxter's going to get demoed, so this is Manchester's opportunity to go for the score. Huge save there by Raylick and Ozio. Daxter's going to be knocking it away. Raylick's going to tuck it over to the left side, trying to bounce over, but does not get through Freelance. Knocks it over everyone. Now Ozzy is going to try to center up the ball to make the play. Tips it over, but Death Zeus is there for the block. Raylick's going to tip it into the air. Goes a little bit to the left. So now Thaxter's going to be setting up Kruzina there with a nice save. Goes past Thaxter. So now Freelance is going to be going for the shot. Tips it into the air, but just loses control. Kruzina goes for the shot. Raylick is there for the block. Ball gets bounced and passes Ozio, but he does get credit for the save. He does get a tip there. So now Ozio and Thaxter are going to try to set for the goal. Death Zeus is there for the block. But once again, very back and forth. Nice hit there by Ozio to try to set the play. Goes under Kruzina, but gets credit for the save. Ozio tips to the center. Not any follow through though. Raylick is going to tip it, and Kruzina is going to fight it, and it's going to go over to the left. Now Death Zeus is going to be knocking the ball over, but Raylick is going to try to defend. Kruzina gets down in the process, and that might have saved the goal for Marietta. So now Raylick is going to try to set the play, but Kruzina is back and saying, no, I am going to, I got to control this. But no, you don't, because Raylick says, no, you don't have control of the ball anymore. You're going to knock it over. Death Zeus does tip it, though. So now Thaxter's going to try to do something, but Freelance is knocking over to Marietta's goal. Raylick and Kruzina are fighting for control of the ball. Death Zeus is going to knock it over, but it gets deflected over to the left. So much fighting for the ball. Freelance is going to go for the shot. Great save there by Thaxter. Trying to center up the play again. Kruzina is going to go for the shot. Goes over the crossbar. Death Zeus with the follow-up. Huge save there by Ozio. Now the ball's going to go over to the right side, but Kruzina is there to take control of the ball back. But Thaxter's going to go for the shot, but Freelance is deflected over to the left side. So now Kruzina is going to be setting the ball, tips high in the air, but Raylick is going to knock it down, but Freelance is there to set up the play. Great hit by Ozzy to knock it over to Manchester's side of the field. Death Zeus has control of the ball, going to take it over to the right side. Thaxter fights for it, but gets juked in the process. Now Death Zeus passes it over to the left. Manchester goes for the shot. Kruzina goes for it and makes the goal with the setup by Death Zeus. It goes over wide to the left. Kruzina just barely tips it over. Ozio tries to save it, but doesn't get there in time. Now Manchester is up 1-0 with 1:54 left in game 2. It is a best of 5. So even if Marietta loses this, they can still come back, but it's going to be a very uphill battle. Now we see Marietta trying to make the plays. Raylick is fighting for it. Freelance is there, though, to get control of the ball. Going to knock it over Thaxter. Raylick's going to set it up, but Ozio is going to save the ball. But now it's getting close to being the center of the field. Deathzeus wanted to make a play, does not quite connect. Raylick's going to tip it over, but Cruzina is there to intercept. Actually, Freelance intercepts Cruzina's interception. Ozio's going to be taking the ball over in the air. Deathzeus is going to tip it. But now Cruzina's going to be fighting for it. Raylick tries to... The ball is dangerously in the neutral zone. You don't want to see that happen. So, great job there by Raylick to be able to knock it away. Now Deathzeus going to be knocking it over. Ozio is going to try to go for the block. Gets tipped in the air. Thaxter gets done in the process. 1 minute warning is remaining. And unfortunately, they were able to capitalize with that demo. And Cruzina makes the power play. Yeah, Deathzeus just tips it over. Cruzina flies over, knocks it in with the goal exposed. Now they're up 2-0 with 57 seconds left in this game. Marietta has to make a play. They've been struggling with offense all day long. Ozio getting demoed in that process. It's not going to help. A great opportunity there that Raylick had, but was not able to connect with the ball. But now he's going to try to fight over and center up the play for Ozio to make the shot, but he doesn't get control of the ball. Cruzina's going to bring it over. And just has it high in the air. Freelance is going for the shot. Great save there by Raylick. 30 seconds remain. Cruzina gets demoed in the process. Deathzeus is there to deflect. Raylick's going to go for the shot. Tips over. And it was just in the neutral zone for a little bit, but no follow-up by the Pioneers. The Thaxter is fighting for the ball. Gets tipped into the air. Knocked over to the side. 10 seconds remains. Thaxter's going to try to go for the goal. Goes wide right. Now Freelance is going to have control of the ball, and it's going to get knocked in the air and knocked down. And Manchester will take game 2, 2-0. The offensive struggles continue for the Pioneers. They're only taking 5 shots at the goal, whereas Manchester made 12 attempts at the goal. So it is going to be match point for Manchester. So we'll see if Marietta can make some adjustments. Everyone's getting in here. As soon as we get started, I will push the button. So here we go. This is match point for Manchester. Can Marietta come back from this? Let's see if they can work on their offense a little bit. Cruzina is going to have control of the ball first. Raylick is going to try to knock it away. Is able to do so. So now it's on Manchester's side of the field. Now Thaxter's going to be going for the shot just a little bit to the left. It gets bounced off to the side by Freelance. Ozio goes to the shot, but Cruzina is there with the huge save. Now Deathzeus is going to be set to play, but Raylick is there to block Thaxter. The ball goes past Thaxter, unfortunately. But Raylick's going to be fighting for the ball. Ozio is going to tip it over a little bit to the center. Goes for the shot, knocks it over Cruzina, but it goes straight to Freelance. So now Manchester has control of the ball here. Cruzina's going to go for the shot, and it does go in, unfortunately. So, I mean, we see there, Cruzina tips it over. And Ozio goes for it, but he's just a little too under. And Manchester is on the board once again. Now Deathzeus is going to knock it over the crossbar. Raylick is going to knock it away though, but Cruzina is going to center it back up. Freelance tries to go for the shot, but misses. The ball goes over Deathzeus, but he does able to tip it on top of it. Raylick is trying to center up the ball, but Deathzeus is there for the block. Thaxter is going to fight for the ball, but Cruzina is going to go for the shot. Raylick there with the huge save. Cruzina is going to get bumped by Raylick. trying to disrupt Manchester's offense. Detsu's going to knock it over to the side. Almost goes in, but Ozio there with the block. Now Thatcher's going to try to bring it over, but Detsu is there to charge and set it right over to Marietta's side. Kruzina's going to set up for the play, and yeah, I hate to see that, folks. So a great job by Manchester to draw out Ozio, leaves the goal exposed. Detsu is able to just kind of wait patiently, knock and tap the ball in, and now Manchester's up 2-0. Now Mary's trying to go for the play. Rarely goes for the shot, but Freelance is there for the block. Now Freelance is going to be bringing the ball over to Marietta's side. Thaxter's going to kind of swivel around there. The ball gets knocked over. Kruzina's going to go for the shot. It's a little bit to the right. But Freelance is going to try to center up another exposed goal, and Manchester is starting to run away from this game. You see the ball bounce off the corner. Freelance goes in, taps it in. And Thaxter and Ozio try to deflect, but they're just not able to. So now Manchester's up 3-0, 2 minutes 54 seconds left in this game. Let's see Kruzina go for the shot. Another great save there by Raylick. Ozio tries to deflect it, but Kruzina and Freelance are there, Detsus were there to keep the ball onto Marietta's side, keeping the pressure on the Pioneers. Now Raylick is going to be trying to set the play, but once again, Manchester has taken control of the ball. They go for the shot. Ozio's there for the block. But at some point, Marietta has to start playing offensively. They're trying to make plays, but they're just struggling with it. Another exposed goal. Detsu's going to try to put the nail in the coffin. And Kruzina's going to be the one that actually makes the goal. So Marietta goes all in on that offense, but they're nowhere near the ball. Goal's exposed, and Kruzina is going to capitalize it. And that might just be it, folks. Once again, Manchester's putting a lot of pressure onto Marietta's side. Thaxter's going to get demoed, so this is going to be Manchester's chance to try to expand the lead even further. But Thaxter is back. Doesn't really have much boost, though, to continue the play. Raylick is there to fight for the ball. And one thing I'm noticing, a lot of Marietta does not have a whole lot of boost. But maybe it's possible that Manchester's been stealing a lot of Marietta's boost to make it difficult for them to make those plays. We see Thaxter and Raylick having to try to defend the ball. Kruzina's going to go for the shot, bounces to the left. Now it bounces a little bit to the air, goes into Manchester's side of the field. Freelance is there for the block. Thaxter goes for the shot, but Kruzina is there with the save. Passes to Death Zeus, who's going to take it over to the right side. Has control of the ball in the air. Kruzina does get demoed. The Freelance is still going to go for the shot, but it gets deflected. Now Thaxter's going to tip the ball into the middle. Ozzy's going to go for the shot, goes to the left. The 1 minute warning is there. And Detsus and Freelance are going to try to go for the play. Ozzy there with the huge save, but the ball is just kind of right there in front of the goal. You don't want that. Marietta is able to knock it away. 43 seconds remains though, and they haven't been able to take any major shots at Manchester's goal. Freelance does get demoed, but Kruzina is going to be fighting for the ball in the middle. Ozzy is going to tip it over. Freelance is back though. And Raylick's trying to set the play, but Freelance is there to knock it away, preventing Marietta for a chance to score. 20 seconds remain. And Ozzy is going to demo Death Zeus. And Freelance goes for the goal, but Raylick is there for the block. Kruzina is going to try to set the play. Freelance is going to go for the shot a little bit to the left. Now 5 seconds remains. And with that, folks, the ball just has to touch the ground, and that's going to be it. GG's coming out. Manchester is going to take the series 3-0. And we just see Unfortunately, Marietta had a lot of trouble playing offensively. Each of them had one shot at the goal, whereas Manchester had 13 shots combined. But Marietta did struggle a bit on offense. And to be fair, Manchester is a very good Rocket League team, and they're just able to keep the pressure up and prevent Marietta from being able to make those plays. But all right, that is going to be the Rocket League match for us. Now, we still have a little bit more for you later today. Our Overwatch team will be playing against Bethel University around noon. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another break, and then we will get things started up about 5 minutes before the match starts. So always start up again about 20 minutes or so. So don't go away. You are watching Marietta College Esports.